Losing all my sleep on you.
That was a really good way to open it. Oh. Yo, I love how he's like the camera. It's kind of like he's fighting himself, but fighting the camera too. Oh, it's really, really cool. Oh my god. Yo, this beat is so good. Oh my god. Yo, 2 rap lines back to back. And then go to these smooth vocals. Damn. Good morning everyone, it's Tony. So, boy group VICTON is back following their first single release titled Howling. We are going to now be looking at their second single release titled Mayday. Previously, Howling I have actually not reacted to, but Howling is an awesome song that I have actually gotten the chance to listen to. At the time, I really thought it was something very unique, very different, very kind of musically different, very tonally different. Overall, I actually haven't seen that music video, but hopefully now when I get to look into Mayday, I get a little bit of an idea what happened there. And with that, guys, 준비, ready? She. Okie dokie, let's go. Wow. Kind of has like that Indian-ish vibe in the background. Okay. Oh my god. Might I just say that recently I've noticed that the production in upcoming groups has been absolutely insane. Like recently, production from like lesser known companies has been really umped up, I've been noticing. Whoa. What was that? It's like ready play. It's like a whoa. Oh, you flatlined? Oh, cool. Sounds like Tron now. Like...
Losing all my sleep on you.
Oh, that was a really good way to open it. Oh. The beat kind of reminds me of like like, you know, like the Apple iPhone commercial, like the like that. It kind of reminds me of that actually. The beat, it's very surprising. Yo, I love how he's like the camera. It's kind of like he's fighting himself, but fighting the camera too. Oh, it's really cool.
Love is blind, yeah, but your love is unkind. Good, okay, don't you gain. Tell me.
Oh my god. Yo, this beat is so good. Mayday. Wow. Answer me now. Good day, girl. SOS. Hold up. Oh my god. Yo, 2 rap lines back to back. And then go to these smooth vocals. Damn. Okay, I don't know what happened to this group, but they changed a lot since Howling. Like, wow. Wow, so compared to Howling, the song is so different. Howling was a bit more musically, like classical musics were more in the forefront of the sound. This, it's being a lot more distorted, kind of like anthem like music. It's very different, both styles. They still similarly have similarity between the two songs, like their own little like Victon DNA is kind of found throughout the whole thing, where they both all sing together. It sounds very different, very special. Overall, I think the music video is really, really nice. Like the dancing is heavily influenced in this one, but honestly, that girl in the background, I feel like she's not doing too much. And if anything, it kind of makes the video look a bit cheap. I don't know why. Oh my god. It's so interesting. They're such an like influence more on like the rappers.
Such a beautiful destroyer.
Here are the vocals we were waiting for. Does anybody else get that feeling like the chorus is kind of like an old school like fashion type of like anthem song? I don't, maybe just me, but it sounds very like old school type of beat, but modernized, obviously, evidently brought to like current times. But it has like this resonant like background sound of like an older school style of chorus, which is something I've been noticing with a lot of K-pop groups. They've recently been trying to bring back like the older school vibes. I think that, which is a good thing. They kind of like look back on history, respect it, but try to improve upon it. Yeah. Wow, that was such a clean effect. I like had to rewatch it to see like how good it was, and like the CG in this video is actually very solid. Like compared to like other videos we've seen, like maybe like Haze's one with the skeleton. This is very solid CG. The good special effects. That was Mayday by VICTON, guys. Compared to Howling, it's definitely, I think, an improvement over Howling. It's a really solid song. I really enjoyed like the opening, kind of it's like how it's evolving and then just like in your face. And then the composition of song is so unique too, because they kind of more heavily emphasize the use of the two rappers they have, and then they use the vocalist more as kind of like supporting cast almost, and they don't really come into play until like the second half of the song, which is a very unique way of composing the song, because usually you have vocal chorus rap, vocal chorus rap, or something of the sort, but here they kind of give the rappers actually their full own verses, which is very surprising. And they go back to back, the rappers, which is not something very common in K-pop. Usually you have the rapper and then you have the vocal and then you have that. In this case, the vocalists actually take on the role of the rapper, where they fill in at the end, where if you were hearing carefully, they kind of do vocalist, and then they go right into a chorus, but the vocalists don't have that big of a line. So it's a very interesting setup that they got going on. I think they do it quite successfully actually in this song. Maybe would have been nice to see like one more vocalist in the middle, perhaps, where the song kind of like got a little dry to me. But apart from that, I think that they did a really killer job. Music video wise, I think obviously it's kind of evident that a lot of their budget went into like the post-production, like the special effects and everything, because in certain portions it kind of seems like this like the storyline kind of gets lost, because they have this girl in the purple dress. Don't know what happens to her after the second half. Like I have no idea like where'd she go, what happened. Like there's no storyline there. I think they maybe they shouldn't have put that in, but you know, because it did make look things a little bit cheap. I don't know, my personal opinion. Overall, I think the production quality is very high. I like the idea of using like the CG, combining with them. Maybe at some point still a little bit heavily overutilized, but that's just my personal opinion. I think that VICTON did an amazing job with the song. It's super catchy. It's very easy to follow too. It gives me almost like the way that they're dressed, kind of old, like kind of like 80s EXO vibes. It has that emotionality, sentimentality, but also at the same time has a lot of dynamics, and it just pops in your face. But then at the same time, it's also soft and just like almost like relatable. You can kind of just feel an attachment to the song emotionally. But with that, guys, hopefully you enjoyed my video. Hopefully you stayed until this part. 감사합니다. Thank you if you have for watching. And as usual, if you have any comments, questions, just want to talk or anything, feel free to leave it in the comment section below and I'll get to it as soon as possible. But until then, guys, this has been Tony. 안녕히 계세요. Goodbye and see you next time.